I've seen a little bit on Twitter.
Okay. Well, I'm
Stuff
not. I'm
like
not on
that.
Twitter,
Yeah. Well,
at least
that's where the chatter is. That's where the
Okay.
conversation is, right? The other platforms are
I was hoping to
different types of
see,
content, like TikTok or something.
see people reviewing it or
I've seen a little bit.
so
I've
because
seen a
I've
little
seen
bit.
a lot about the drama.
The drama for sure.
Because that's why I'm like, what
Y'all
the
gotta
fuck
check
did
that
she
shit
do?
I gotta check
I need
that
to go
out.
see it because I'm like,
y'all
what the fuck did she do? Or what is the drama?
The drama is drama for sure.
Okay. All right.
Y'all gotta check it
That's
out.
the plan this week is to check out some movies and
Y'all gotta check it out. I might go see it again just to
Mother
see it
Nature
again.
pipe the fuck down. Like I hope just please pipe down so we can get back to our normal scheduled programming. That's the goal.
Facts.
So all right, well, welcome to the Lock Picture Podcast, where we discuss all things film and a little TV too. I'm your host, Marques, and with me are Triz and Lloyd. And before we jump into anything, hit that subscribe button and join the Lock Picture Podcast family. Thank you. All right, it is the final four for our best performances until we unveil the Lock Picture Podcast Ultimate Black Lead Performance and give them our first Portrayal Award for Best Lead Performances. Those final four performances that are still standing are Denzel Washington in Training Day, Jamie Foxx in Ray, Michael B. Jordan in Sinners, and Halle Berry in Monsters Ball. All right, gentlemen, the last battle. Jamie Foxx sent Forrest Whitaker back to Scotland with a clean sweep.
Yes, the fuck he did.
And he will face off against Denzel Washington for a trip to the championship. But today, we have Michael B. Jordan facing off against the sole lead actress winner, Halle Berry, for her performance in Monsters Ball. Let's go. In Sinners, Michael B. Jordan plays a set of twins that returns to 1932 Mississippi Delta to find evil lurking in the darkness. And in Monsters Ball, Halle Berry plays a woman who is riddled with grief and poverty and sparks an unlikely relationship with a racist prison guard. All right, gentlemen. So we can kind of bypass the whole Sinners thing. We've talked about Sinners. That's like a reoccurring theme on this pod. So obviously we had Michael B versus Sydney a while back. So we got a lot of our initial reactions out there. So if you want to know our initial reactions, watch the other episodes. So we'll skip that and we'll go into Monsters Ball. That came out in 2002. We were in middle school, I believe. Yeah, we were still in middle school.
I was in high school.
Was that your freshman year?
Yeah,
that should have been. Yeah. Okay, that. Oh yeah, you are 2 years ahead of. Okay, so middle school, high school, age range, and she won, becoming the first Black actress. Up until that point, we had the first nominee, Dorothy Dandridge, in 1954 for Carmen Jones. We had two in 1972 with Cicely Tyson in Sounder and Diana Ross in Lady Sings the Blues. We had one to represent the 80s decade with Whoopi Goldberg for The Color Purple in 1985. And then we had one to represent the 90s with Angela Bassett in 1993 for What's Love Got to Do with It. So all those ladies went home empty-handed. And then 2002, Halle Berry takes the gold, defeating, who was in that category? Nicole Kidman for Moulin Rouge, Renee Zellweger for Bridget Jones's Diary, had Sissy Spacek in the bedroom, and I'm missing one other person. Maybe Judi Dench, some old British lady. I think Judi Dench for Iris. That sounds about right. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, but yeah. So she finally took it. So I'm assuming you guys saw this movie way back when it came out. No? Yes.
I remember seeing it. I don't know if I saw like the whole thing or what, because I'm pretty sure moms weren't gonna let us watch no shit like that back then. Even though a nigga was in high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I feel like we did watch that though. Back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember Quentin coming to school. Because I felt like he was the first one in our class to see it. But my memory of Monsters Ball, my first memory is him coming to school saying, "Make me feel good." And I was surprised that of all people,
right,
that
he saw it.
Right.
But that's my first memory of it. I think I saw it once it like came on DVD or something, because that's when I was like getting into all those Oscar movies, and it was before she won, because of all the hype about that one scene. And back then I was like, oh wow, she was really acting. That movie was very dark, and it was, yeah, I see why she was at the Oscars. That was my initial reaction. So let's fast forward to now. Now that we're in 2026, and since Halle Berry's historic win, no other Black actress has won Best Actress at the Oscars. Several have been nominated. Just off the top of my head, Gabourey Sidibe was nominated for Precious. I can never pronounce her name. Quantave. I can't think of her name, but she ended up playing Annie when Jamie Foxx did the Annie remake. She was Annie. She was nominated for Beast of the Southern Wild.
Okay, that was a good one.
And then Viola Davis was nominated twice. The first time for The Help, second time for Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, and we've also gotten Audra. Is it Audra or Andra Day?
Oh, for Billie Holiday?
For the Billie Holiday joint. Billie Holiday, the United States versus Billie Holiday. I think that's all of them. I might be missing one or two, but yeah.
To have two nominations for ladies or somebody playing Billie Holiday is dope, though.
That's because Billie Holiday and I, in my opinion, both of them should have won.
Yeah,
Diana Ross should have been the first Black.
I agree with that.
Woman to win Best Actress.
And then United States versus Billie Holiday, she bodied that.
She changed her voice. She was smoking cigarettes, did the voice and everything.
Oh, she bodied it.
I think it was because the movie wasn't as acclaimed as her performance that kind of held her, Audra Day, that kind of held her back from that win. But yeah, no. Clearly, Billie Holiday's an Oscar caliber role, but yeah, we haven't had anyone since, and only one other actress of color has won lead actress, and that was Michelle Yeoh for Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. She won, which Halle presented her the Oscar. But yeah, so revisiting this film, guys. What's our 2026 take?
Yeah, revisiting. I was like, Halle was, she was okay. It was cool. It wasn't anything spectacular about her performance.
Okay, that's the same I thought. Nothing jumped off the screen.
I mean, she looked great.
Right. Give her that. Right. Like respectfully, it was Precious before Precious. I mean,
my God. I thought the same thing.
What I'm saying? I had that same thought.
Look at this nasty fat.
Yeah. That was the moment.
She was going
like, oh shit, she's Monique.
She's Monique.
Monique. But it's Lee Daniels, so it makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense.
For 100%. But she didn't feel as enraged as Monique. Like Monique showed you who that character was.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think that had any, obviously one came out eons before the other. But Halle, I mean, kudos. You know, you got the goal, but nothing moved me.
No, not at all. I watched it earlier today. I was debating on whether I was gonna rewatch it or not. I was like, I remember the movie.
That's what I said,
know what it is. But then I was like, you know what? Maybe there's something that I forgot because everything is so focused on that one scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you go when you think of Monsters Ball. You think of the Make Me Feel Good. And so I rewatched it and I had the same thought. I was just like, it's good.
It's cool.
It's cool, but if I didn't have any recollection of like award-winning performances and you sat me down and you had me watch random performances from her filmography.
Right.
I'm not going to say, "Oh, that's the one that she won for," right? I wouldn't pick that.
I wouldn't have picked that one.
I wouldn't pick that.
Like rewatching it, initially I was like, this movie wasn't good. And then, since, me and Lloyd, we got into like making movies and whatnot, it's hard for me to say that a movie is terrible, it's trash. Mm-hmm. That shit is trash. That shit is trash. Like from the story is garbage.
Yeah.
So when I was rewatching it, I'm like, okay, her performance is, it's cool, but there was nothing there. Like the story was stupid. Mm-hmm. And she didn't do anything like wowing. Like I feel like we know why she won.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask you, not to cut you off, but did Billy Bob win anything for that?
He was not nominated.
Cause boy, I hated that motherfucker from the jump. Especially his relationship with his son and Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
That could have been a movie in itself.
It could have.
And then clear, because the dad, who played the dad?
Peter Boyle.
Boyle. Just, it was the same thing. Billy Bob didn't like Heath Ledger because he was like his mom. Mm-hmm. Boyle didn't like Billy Bob because he was like his mom. Yep. And I'm like, bro, there was a story right there. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, obviously, he, blew his shit on the couch, but
they're clearly fucking bitches that they don't like and having kids.
They were knocking down the same little
yeah. That's because when Billy went in there that time, she's like, I ain't seen you in a while. Yeah. Then she said, how's Sonny? That nigga said, can't do this shit.
That was upon rewatch, that was, if I had to put my reaction in one word after watching it this time, gross.
Gross. Yeah, no, it was crazy.
Monsters Ball is gross.
To Lloyd's point, it could have been a movie about Buck, Sonny, and Hank. Mm-hmm. Because even when he killed himself, he was like, all I want to hear is dirt hitting that box. And I'm like, God damn. But then it's like,
that was cold.
But then they make it where him and Holly's character have this trauma bond over deceased kids, and I was like, this shit is boo-boo.
Yeah.
Like one of them died because he was obese, walking home in the rain.
And he got hit by a car, bro.
Yeah, I'm saying though, like she told him don't get his big ass out in that street because that's what was gonna happen.
He was too big, so he was overflowing into the street. The car sideswiped him.
Bingo, right? Yeah. And then obviously I didn't understand Heath's that whole scene was crazy.
He should have just killed everybody in the house.
That's what I did. The fuck I'm gonna movie kill myself for? Movie over.
It would have been a better movie trying to see Holly make ends meet after Lawrence got fried.
Yeah.
Man.
I was thinking about how can you improve this movie?
I would have liked to see Holly's character and Heath's character figure some shit out because he was empathetic towards you just said the character's name, but I'm gonna say Diddy. He was empathetic toward him, felt for him a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yep. And
or Grove, whatever.
Grove, yep. And they could have figured something out essentially versus Billy Bob. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Being the racist, hard up, like, bro, come on, man.
I was thinking, I'm like, if you wanna keep the overall structure, if you want to keep the structure of the movie and keep the characters in their same storyline, you can do that. And that scene where she's clearly grieving her son, I think it would have been more powerful and more telling of Hank's growth, because that's essentially what we're watching. We're not watching Letitia grow
at all.
We're not seeing her arc. We're seeing Hank's arc from racist prison guard to, oh, I got a black girlfriend now.
And I'm so rejecting fucking weird.
I'm rejecting the racism that was passed down because it stems from my father. I'm locking it up.
But at that age, that shit was baked in.
You're done.
Because even when
but
all it took was
some of that juice his dad used to have a light before.
Yes, some of that nickel juice. But I think what would have been more powerful is if in that moment he held her and they like fell asleep. That would have been like, oh, like you really feel for her, as opposed to, because we see like
he has a
history of buying pussy. So how is this different?
She was intoxicated.
Yeah, it's meaningless.
He wasn't. So it's like, bro, you took advantage of her.
That too. That part too. That's why I said if he would have held her in that moment, and then you cut to the sun coming up and they're waking up and having, you don't have to change anything else. It just goes from him holding her and you carry on with the movie. She's like, they start falling in love and trauma bonding, and you can still have her go to the house, drop off the hat, the dad say some off the wall shit, boom, and then you can still have the little second scene where he go down on her, boom. Because you can keep the rest of the movie.
The first scene was way too fucking long.
It kept going. I was like this scene,
I don't remember this shit.
This scene that long. I thought it was make me feel good. Couple back shot, done. No, you got the little birds in the. Was that supposed to be a Maya Angelou reference? Like, what the fuck was that?
No, I was like, I do not remember this shit like this. I was like, what the fuck?
She was letting the cage bird out or something. I was so.
To your point, that would have been way better because now it would have showed the human side of him, and not just shit. Now I ain't got to pay for it.
That's all I'm saying. That would have made it feel like, okay, there is an actual connection, whether it's trauma based or not. There is an actual connection, as opposed to I'm just getting my dick wet.
Yeah,
because that's all it was.
Because there was really no for him to just have this black girlfriend. It's like,
nigga,
you've been racist. Yeah. Like your son killing himself.
You're not 60 fucking years old, bro. You're not changing.
When Yasin Bey's kids came out there and you chased them off with a shotgun, like, nigga, this is not like you not laying down with her.
I didn't even remember him being in the movie. It was
I didn't
crazy.
either. Yeah.
I said, is that Mos Def?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
And I think it would have been more telling of her character too, because you're going through, you went through the trauma of your husband going to the electric chair and having to deal and navigate the moments leading up to that with your child, and then you lose your child, you're about to get evicted. Why is it that the thing that you need is to be fucked?
By a racist white guy.
By a white guy of all people. Why do you need to be fucked? Bitch, you need a hug.
Straight up.
You need a hug. And 1 month's worth of rent.
Because did y'all wonder?
That's what you need.
Like rewatching it, did y'all wonder what Lawrence did to end up on death row?
I did, yeah.
Because I was like, well, whatever he did, it wasn't good enough because she has no money.
She has nothing.
So like, what the fuck did he do? That he was such a monster?
Maybe he was out there killing white people.
Because the name of the movie came from that conversation where he said that, like, I think in England they had like a ball before, they called it the monster's ball before somebody got executed. The movie wasn't even about that nigga at all in any way.
And that was something else I picked up on too. I said this had nothing to do with what they titled it, what they credited to. It was completely about.
Oh, the monster had a ball for sure.
Oh yeah,
the monster had a ball for sure.
Yeah, I thought that scene was just even more uncalled for.
Yeah,
even more unnecessary.
Like nothing in the story would have improved or lost any value had they just excluded that.
Yeah, I think to Marcus's point, if he'd have just held her, it would have made it that much more better.
It would make sense. Like she just couldn't catch a break.
It humanized a racist.
Yeah,
but that's so he's the monster, right?
Yes,
if you want to still stick to Monsters Ball, we could have shown the complete arc of him.
Yeah.
You know, as a human, instead of just being this, you know, fucking bigot that's, you know, heartless. I'm heartless bigot, because the way you treated your own, you know, flesh and blood is wild, on top of you being a bigot.
Yeah.
So if we could have seen the complete turn of all of that, and then the remorse for the loss of his son and shit like that over a period of time, it would have been much better.
Yeah. That I would have bought into his change, because that could have been the moment, like, where he viewed her as, oh, she has similar experiences and similar pains that I have. We are the same.
I said, but not even just she, but just understanding that I've been a bigot this long because I learned that from my dad. I was trying to pass that to my son. He hated the way that his son showed any concern for Diddy's character while he was locked up. So he was 100% 10 toes down, as racist gets. Yeah. And to see him, you know, make that change or break away from that, where not even just her, but just in general, like, man, we all humans. We all people. You know, regardless to our skin color and our, you know, upbringing and our social economic backgrounds and all these different things. If we could have saw that, to me, it would have made more of a movie versus, oh, I got a black girl now, so hey, like, invite me to the cookout.
A dead relative and a little piece of pussy ain't gonna change your
you know what I'm saying?
That's what
I'm like, what?
Like, that shit is cemented, is deeply rooted.
Yeah. And you and just the scene prior where you're rushing them to the hospital, you just say, I don't know these people.
Right. She was hysterical.
Yeah. I don't know these people from Adam. I was just driving and I saw them on the side of the...
Yeah.
So what her shit must have been that good. It just set off
sunshine.
Set off a candle in your heart. And
you said, damn, maybe niggas ain't that bad.
You know, but yeah, that would be my one. If you want to keep the movie as it is, just tweak that one scene. You can keep it. You can have her talking, them talking on the couch, but just have him
let it end there.
Yeah, hold her,
even
and
if
they
she's
fall asleep on the couch.
That right there,
boom. I don't want her to ask for it.
I was just going to say, no, that would have been unnecessary.
I mean, she was drunk though, so it's like,
I still don't. That just turned me off. I'm like, she asking for it, drunk or not. She asking for it. She doing all this, just so. I'm like, what the fuck?
And
what the fuck
she was getting
doing?
turned. She drank what, one of those little whiskey shooters?
Yeah,
like
the little Jack shooter.
Yeah, like, come on now.
That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off. And now the movie makes me even more upset, because I'm like, y'all could have tweaked it and it would have been
a better movie.
Much better.
Well, it's funny because I looked up the writer, and since then he ain't really did shit. And I understand why.
That's what I was trying to figure out. Who wrote it? Because I didn't know if Lee Daniels just produced it or if Lee Daniels had wrote it.
Lee gotta stop doing shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, let's just take a second. You love the black trauma and black pain. Come on, bro. Do something.
Black
do a
female
fucking comedy
trauma
or something.
At that.
Yeah, like,
it was a guy named Milo Attica and Will Rokos that wrote
Now
it.
I did see that they were actors turned writers, and that they
were acting as writers, because this was shit.
This was originally intended, from what I read, this was originally intended for Harvey Keitel, because they had wrote something and he was like, oh, this is dope, boom, 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 boom. And so they were like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna write something for Harvey Keitel. And
it almost felt like it was the first draft that they put together and was waiting to get punched up, and they just greenlit it. Yeah, like, because I'm like, come on, man.
Well, the film, the other nomination that this film got, because it wasn't just Halle that went to the Oscars, was Best Screenplay. It got the 2 nominations. Those are the only 2 nominations. Screenplay. I believe that's an original screenplay. So it would have been Best Original Screenplay. We know again, and Best Actress.
And you know my stance always, especially like the Academy and things of that nature. They want to perpetuate those stereotypes and those negative images and things like that. So of course they gonna say this was the best of the best that year.
Yep. Like Memento was nominated that year as well, but it didn't win.
Oh, I didn't even know he got nominated because okay, that's it was original screenplay.
Mm-hmm.
That's an original screenplay.
Did you say who Halle was up against this year?
All white women.
And the fact,
so my pick, and I think I was telling you this, my pick that year, and I know I just said you would never hear me.
I was gonna bring that
take back a black person's Oscar. And it's not really a taking back, it's a reorganizing.
There we go.
So my vote that year would have went to Sissy Spacek, who did a movie called In the Bedroom. And it's her and her husband. They're like, 60-year-old white couple living in New England, affluent type of lifestyle. And their like 21-year-old son starts a relationship with like a 40-year-old divorcee. And her ex-husband is like crazy and stalking them. And the son ends up did the son get murdered, or the son ends up losing his life? I can't remember if the ex-husband killed him or whatever. I think the ex-husband killed him. And so they're dealing with the grief of that. And they never fully accepted that their son was in a relationship with this older woman who had kids. And so the mother, Sissy Spacek's character, blames her in the end. So you're watching her navigate all that. That's the performance that I'm like, you watch
the job of acting.
There's like 2 scenes where you're like, oh, that's why she won the Oscar, and she ain't taking back shots. And because I don't take away black Oscars, I would then give Halle either an Oscar for either Losing Isaiah, or we could go even more current with I think it's called Frankie and Alice.
Frankie and Alice was
or
nice.
Even Bruised.
Frankie and Alice, Bruised was cool. Frankie and Alice was nice for sure.
Those are the 3 off the top of my head. If I'm removing Monsters Ball from her Oscar statue,
she could have won for Swordfish.
I'm putting one of those on there. So she still has an Oscar, just not for fucking Monsters Ball. There you go.
100%.
So that's me.
I'm with that.
So I want to ask you guys, what? I'm not gonna ask you where does Monsters Ball fall in your in your Halle Berry filmography. So what I will ask is,
put a line through it.
What would be your top 3 Halle Berry performances and or movies?
Performances and or movies in no particular order.
Yeah, what would be the top 3?
Well, Swordfish is definitely in there.
Mm-hmm.
Is that performance or movie or both?
Both.
Okay.
Alice and Frankie for sure. And I'm gonna go ahead and say Why Do Fools Fall in Love?
Mm-hmm. I like that. Triz?
Yeah, I gotta go with Swordfish as well. I just had the other one. So, God damn it.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
What was the one she was in? Was it called 911? Emergency or something? The Call.
The Call.
I wasn't too mad at that motherfucker either.
I saw that I think at the budget, and I was like, damn, that's what I was pretty good.
Mad at that one either.
Yeah, I was along for the ride. Well, while Triz looks his up, I think mine would be Losing Isaiah.
Mm-hmm.
I really like that performance. I don't know if I love the movie.
That's what I said. I didn't like the movie like that, so that's why I stayed
really
away
like
from
her performance. You just brought up Why Do Fools Fall in Love, and that wasn't something that I was thinking about, but I do like that movie, and I like all
the performances right
in that movie. So I think that one would be up there. I would say as a movie, Boomerang, not necessarily because of Halle, but so I think I would go.
Put Boomerang.
I think I would go if I'm basing off performances. I think I would include Losing Isaiah, Frankie and Alice, and Bruised. I really liked her performance in Bruised, and then an honorable mention only because it wasn't a theatrical movie, Introducing Dorothy Dandridge. If they would have made that into a theatrical movie, give her the Oscar for that.
Yeah.
She got the Emmy, so boom. All
right, so mine, you got Swordfish. Her as Storm, to me, was dope.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one, aside from that, is Jungle Fever.
I thought about Jungle Fever, dog, but
I did too.
I mean, but just
her Sam.
But the job of acting, like she
wasn't supposed. Spike did not want her.
He said, "Dude, you can't
Jungle
play
Fever.
No fucking crackhead."
Like, man,
she killed that.
So though, yeah, like just seeing her as Storm was like so dope to me.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait. They bringing back the X-Men for y'all don't know. I ain't gonna say. I'm gonna save it for some niggas that really appreciate
that.
So before we jump into the categories, this role was obviously controversial. We're talking about the scene that everyone was talking about. Halle Berry was not the first choice for this movie. The first choice was Angela Bassett.
No, she would have
never done this.
She turned it down for many of the reasons why we were talking. She did not like the script, did not like the character. I mean, publicly denounced this role. And the second one, so I wasn't surprised.
So she wasn't even the second choice?
No.
So before you even get into that, because we talk about, like, I think we even talked about Forrest taking like The Last King of Scotland, because you can realize which ones are like award setups. Do you think she took this because she felt this was an award setup, or like what was, if you had to imagine or guess or assume what her reason behind taking this role would be?
I imagined Halle Berry took it because, and this is based on comments she's made in interviews, and it's the same reason why she took Jungle, or really wanted the role in Jungle Fever, is because she's always cast as the pretty girl, the romantic, partner or whatever. She's never, she's very rarely considered for flawed characters that really you get to really sink your teeth into. So I don't think it was a superficial, oh, this is gonna give me an Oscar. I think she just really wanted to push herself as an actor.
Got you. Okay.
I assume that was probably the orange in a basket of apples of scripts that she was getting, But no, the Angela Bassett part makes sense. She's like the creme de la creme of black actresses at that time, and still is. So it would make sense if you're doing this gritty drama that you would want Angela Bassett. But she said, no, I'm better than this. And the second choice, I want to give each of y'all a chance to guess. I don't think y'all gonna get it.
This is 2001.
This is 2002. It came out in 2002, so they would have filmed 2001. This is, I'll give you just this hint. This person does do movies, but they also do music, or is known for music as well.
Vanessa
Williams. Yep. Vanessa Williams.
Damn, was that a stupid?
When you said music,
that a stupid clue?
When you said music,
okay,
I knew it had to be Vanessa Williams.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked. I was like, what? All right, Terry. Said after fucking around with Miles, bullshit. Come on, get hit by Hank.
Said home run Hank. Dog.
Hell no.
Yes, Vanessa Williams was the second choice.
So she turned it down?
No.
I haven't, she hasn't been as vocal as Angela Bassett, but what I did find was that she felt similarly about the role. Like, no, this is not a good look for black actresses.
That makes me even furthermore wonder what Halle saw in the role.
I think she just wanted to take a risk. Because, I mean, honestly, this is not a movie. I don't think I doubt that she was thinking, oh, this is gonna get me the awards, because Black women weren't getting Oscars.
But see,
unless they were in supporting roles.
But see, when you talk about taking a risk, there's calculated risks that, right, could potentially be something like Denzel. That was a calculated risk with him playing Alonzo, because he hasn't played anything like that. But it's not that much of a fall, because you didn't really just go against the cultural grain in a sense. Whereas Halle, you doing something that's taboo in the hearts of a lot of Black women, and you're just Black culture, right? And for you to take that risk, like if Denzel would have missed, it'd have been like, well, he just can't play a thug.
Yeah.
If Halle misses, it's like, yo, you set the whole shit back because of what you put on this film. So was that a risk that's worth taking? Because at the end of the day, we still talk about Training Day in all its glory today. Nobody, and I mean absolutely fucking nobody, talks about Monsters.
Only Billy Bob.
Nobody talks about that film.
The only time I hear Monsters Ball come up is because she is still the sole winner.
Well, that's what I mean. You're
movie.
Talking about like within the industry talk of it.
I mean the culture. Oh yeah,
we could just be politicking as friends, sitting around, and somebody might say drop a line from Training Day, and then now it's a whole conversation. That's never been a thing.
Niggas ain't sitting around talking about some make me feel gut.
That's never been a thing.
Maybe that should be a thing. When you want to drink, hey, you need a refill. Yeah, nigga, make me feel gut. I'm gonna start that.
Or the last line, she was like, "Fill me up."
No, I gotta be more theatrical. Nigga, make me feel gut.
No, I'm good, man. Y'all niggas is crazy.
Right, nigga. Last call.
So I just don't understand what that
100%.
The appeal was.
Because a risk for her, or going out on the limb, is her doing something like Set It Off. You know what I mean? Like that.
But not. Yes, I agree. That would be a risk.
Who would you cast her as in Set It Off?
You can get Jada Pinkett the fuck up out the way.
I think that's the only one.
I was gonna say Jada.
Yeah,
but I mean, she could do Frankie. She could do Frankie.
Could she? Yeah. I mean, she could.
She could have did.
But Frankie was damn near.
She honestly could do any one of them except for Queen. Except Cleo.
But I don't think she could do. I need that money.
I think so. I think so.
Because there's an innocence there, like
innocence,
I don't know.
I thought she was.
Man, did you see Halle in Boomerang? The innocence in that woman.
Yeah,
there's a difference between innocence and being on the spectrum. Because Shorty was pushing.
Bro, that was just that moment, bro. She was emotional.
I need that money,
bro. Your back ain't been against the wall like that, nigga.
I think I would put her as Frankie or what's
anybody
Jada,
but Cleo works to me.
Well, whoever Jada played, I can't.
But I'd rather do something like that than Monsters Ball.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Any day.
100%.
Shit, I forgot my next question. All right. Well, moving on. All right, so let's get into the category. So just to remind the audience, because we just went on a whole Monsters Ball tangent.
Right.
But we've talked about Sinners. We've not talked about Monsters Ball, so this was good to get that out of our system. So once again, we are in the final 4 of the Black lead performances. And we are talking Michael B. Jordan's performance in Sinners versus Halle Berry's performance in Monsters Ball. So, character believability. Do you believe this person exists? Does the character feel natural or performative? Are their reactions truthful to the world of the film? And do they stay consistent with the character's background and motivations?
I'm gonna be quick with mine because I think it's a little unfair in a sense, in this category specifically, because we know Halle, we've seen Halle in other things, and seeing Halle in a role like that was a bit awestruck from what we've seen before, so it's a little different to kind of connect that. I think she did a decent job in portraying that. We talked a little earlier, but we saw that in a later film where it was done, in my mind, the right way. So believability, if we're talking about the competition between two actors, an actor and actress, that definitely goes Michael B. Jordan. But she did okay. She did
okay. I mean, for the story, her character was believable, but I still go towards Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. Yep, I'm Michael B. Jordan too. I agree with Lloyd's take. I think we get a glimpse of what's to come with Monique's character in Precious.
Yeah.
And she really seals the deal. And even if you just want to keep it to Halle's filmography, I think her performance in Jungle Fever feels a little bit more authentic than it does here. Here, for me, it does feel a little bit performative. I'm sorry. There's upon this rewatch, the moment where I was like, that I think I reacted or responded to her performance the most was in the beginning scene where she's talking with Lawrence, Diddy's character, right before he gets executed. That felt real. That felt genuine. And
talk about that the visit.
The visit.
Yeah, okay.
That felt real. That felt genuine. And then everything after felt like a performance for me. So Michael B. It is.
Takes category 1.
Emotional range and depth. Does the performance have layers? Can they convey complex or conflicting emotions? Are the emotional moments earned or forced? Do they do subtle shifts with their eyes, pauses, tones to tell a deeper story? I'm going Michael B. Jordan here. Like I just mentioned, I felt like Halle's performance after that initial visit is performative. It's not very subtle. I think what Michael B. does in Sinners is extremely subtle. And I think that's why some people felt like he wasn't doing anything. You don't have to be yelling and doing all these theatrical things to be doing something as far as acting. So yeah, I'm going Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, to go talking about like the subtle things, even the subtle difference between both twins.
Right.
To pinpoint the scene in Monsters Ball when she was talking to the police in the hospital, and then she hugged Billy Bob. Like it felt forced. It felt forced. I'm definitely leaning towards Michael B.
It's definitely Michael B. I think the story was so convoluted in itself that it gave a harder time to, really extract something from the performance to say whether it felt authentic or not, because the story in itself didn't feel authentic. It didn't feel real. It didn't make sense. So the performances within suffer from that, trying to make sense of the story. Like some of it made sense. Obviously, we talked about, Billy, we talked about Heath. Some of their stuff made sense. But how highly fit into the picture, it really, the way they made her character, navigate this world now didn't make any sense. So the performance, everything had, in my opinion, was performative to try and get you to stay true to where the story was supposed to be taking us, but it just didn't. It never made sense to me. So that's an easy Michael B. Jordan win.
Michael B. All right, taking the lead. Next, we got delivery, voice, and dialogue. How do they use their voice? Is the line delivery natural or overly rehearsed? Do they use rhythm, tone, silence effectively? Does the dialogue sound like a real person speaking? Now, I will give Halle a point here because the way she said, "make me feel good," the guttural gut touches my soul and stays with me. How many years later? 24 years later, that line and the way she says it is burned in my fucking brain. But I'm still going with Michael B. Jordan.
Straight up.
I'm still going with Michael B. Jordan.
It's definitely Michael. I mean, he had the accent, he had the, dialect down. He did his job. I don't think she had to reach too far to do much for this character as far as voice and, vocal performance goes and stuff like that. Yeah. I wasn't buying none of this shit, no way. So, Michael.
Yeah, no, that's an easy pick. Like, there's nothing to distinguish where her character was, any of that. Like, it's just, you're just watching some bullshit. And that's no knock to her. It's just a bad story, but there's nothing given there.
Yeah.
So that's an easy selection.
Easy,
for Michael B. Sorry, Halle.
Sorry, Halle.
We love you.
What's the term? The writing's on the wall.
The
writing is on the wall.
The wall.
Physicality and presence. What is their body doing? Facial expressions, posture, gesture. Do they transform physically for the role? Are they commanding or disappearing into the role?
What her body did in the role, we seen what it did.
That's what I say. When you said facial expressions, I'm just like, all right.
Yeah, no, I mean, it was unneeded. It was unnecessary. It was very forced for the movie.
Just score it. This Michael B. Jordan. Come on, man. Just score it. We ain't got to do Halle like that.
Okay.
We got
all
sorry.
Right.
You gonna say the line? You gonna say the line?
No.
Sorry, Miss Berry.
Halle Berry. Oh, this is a good one. Chemistry with other actors. Do the relationships feel real? Do the scenes feel dynamic or flat? Is there tension, warmth, conflict when needed? Do the actors elevate each other?
I'll say the only natural connections with actors was with Diddy, her son, and her boss when he told her that he had another girl.
Oh, yeah. Other
than that, like with Billy Bob, fuck no. So easy decision for Michael B.
It's unfortunately it's an easy decision for Michael B. Nothing in that world. Once I lost scope of the story, the character loses its footing for me. So in that world, everything around it, chemistry, this, that, or the third. It's not many films that's gonna top what I feel chemistry does as far as what they did on that set of Sinners. But this one, it just all kind of felt like it was mixed together and they got the best of what they got. The best chemistry was Billy and Heath, though. Because I thought they was a fucking father and son that hated each other for real.
I don't know.
He said he always loved him.
And then blow your brains off on the couch in front of him?
Oh, that's to make him suffer.
Shit. I'd have blew his brains off, not mine.
I might have to go with Halle on this one because you gotta have.
You ain't want Halle to get swept. I feel you. I feel
you. They can't even put it in words.
So what had happened was,
that's all right.
And when you watch it, you feel like Letitia and Hank shouldn't be together. And I can't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go. I can't. I mean, that Sinners cast, they were tight like glue. You ain't fucking with that. But I do agree, like the Hank, what was his son's name?
Sonny.
That whole storyline, they felt good. I love Halle's performance in that initial scene with Diddy's character, but I hate Diddy's performance. I hate his performance. Diddy is.
I wasn't mad at it.
I wasn't mad.
Diddy is a horrible actor.
Nigga, he was finna die.
He was finna die. That's
bro,
what I said. He was finna get not even finna die. Finna get put to death, bro.
I don't.
I was not even mad.
I wish they would have got somebody else.
I was not mad at
when he was talking to his son and all that. He said, "Man, I'm a bad person." He said, "Says who? I do." I like, damn,
You
man, that's
know
some cold shit,
what
dog.
that felt like? That felt like when when we used to be in like having lessons one-on-one, and you're getting coached with like your acting coach, and you're reading the scene with them. That's what Diddy felt
I
like.
mean,
to
I'm
me
not
in that
saying he was
moment.
no Denzel or no Sidney Poitier, my nigga, but
No, I
he
and I,
did
and I know you're
alright.
not saying that, but it felt like he was rehearsing with someone, and I
felt like he felt
I hated
bad
it.
that he was about to die.
Where's my pencil and
I
paper?
think he was trying to remember his
It's
words.
my right to have my pencil and paper. Come on, man.
I hated that. Oh, I hated it.
on.
I hated it.
I was watching it again. I was like, damn, okay, Diddy did all
I was
right.
not mad.
Diddy did all right.
Maybe we need to do an episode about Diddy's acting because
mad.
I
Diddy
hated
ain't
that.
terrible, dog.
And he only
he made the
what
world
else
think
did
he was a good
do?
person.
What else did he did this and A Raisin in the Sun?
I didn't watch that.
What was it?
He did the
Get 'Em
Carlito's
to
Way,
Greek.
but
Yep,
the new
he
one.
did that one. What was the one he did with that crazy ass white dude? It's like Get 'Em to Greek
Yeah,
or
that was,
something.
yeah,
Get 'Em
yeah,
to
yeah.
Greek. Yeah, that
Did he
joint.
just have like one scene? Was he playing himself
He was in Draft Day. You never watched that.
I didn't finish
still.
it.
with Kevin Costner?
Yep.
I started
He was
it.
the agent of the quarterback that was supposed to get drafted.
Does he
first.
have like multiple scenes in these movies, or is he just popping in for one scene?
He's got like
had a
one or
few
two in
Get 'Em to
Draft
Greek, had a
Day. He's
few in
got a
there.
couple in Give 'Em to Greek.
Because I feel like I could probably buy him if he's playing himself and he pops in for one scene or two.
Mm-hmm.
But playing a character, no.
But nigga, this was like one scene or two, then they fried his ass.
Fried him.
They should have got somebody else. I'm sorry.
I mean, they could have, right? That would have been an easy
just
decision.
get
They
a
coulda got
regular
somebody else.
actor. Get a regular
But
actor.
I don't think he did terrible.
Me either.
I don't think he did terrible.
I don't like it. I hate it. What they used to say in Living Color, that skit. Hated it. Hated it.
That's funny.
All right. So Michael B is what, 4, 5?
He putting
One,
belt to
2,
ass. That's what he doing.
Damn, Triz.
5 for 5.
Don't do
And we got
mine.
2 more. Final 2 categories. Fit within the film. How does the performance match the movie? Is the acting style aligned with the tone of the film? Are they in the same movie as everyone else?
So I think this is the category where you can appreciate Halle a little bit more. Like,
Yeah.
you know, from everything you saw, it made sense. Like, they're in the same film. Yes.
Yeah.
The story and all that is another topic, but I still don't think it was done to the level that Michael did in Sinners. So again, it's another check for Michael B. Jordan.
Ditto. No notes.
I agree. I agree.
Ditto, no notes. All right, last one. Risk and originality. Did they make bold choices? Is the performance unique or predictable? Did they reinterpret a familiar type of character? Now, this is where I think Halle may have thought she was going.
Oh boy.
But when you think about it, it is not original. You have the
It's a damsel in distress.
hypersexual black woman, the sexual or sexualized black, hypersexualized black woman. I'm sorry, I just can't get over the fact that you lose your husband, then you lose your
son.
only child,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing that you want a stranger to do for you is to fuck you.
Off of two shots.
I think we've all experienced.
She was a lightweight. She was small, bro.
We've all experienced grief, and at least for me, in my deep grief, which I probably did take a couple shots, probably more than Letitia.
Right.
I was not like, you know what? I want a 60-year-old stranger to fuck me.
To make you feel good.
To make me that will help me in this situation. That didn't cross my mind
at all.
No.
Ever.
So that I just can't get past that. Like what?
Because it was bullshit. It was just a bad story.
It's just a bad
Horrible.
It was a bad story.
So and that goes to the question I asked earlier, like what made her, obviously we heard or learned that Angela and Vanessa both turned down this role. What made her accept it? Did she feel it was her Oscar play? Did she feel, hell, was she giving the heads up, hey, you do this shit, we gonna give you the statue?
Because there's no way you can read this and be like, Oscar. There's
But
no way.
That's what I'm saying. The other side of the coin is if this movie goes bad, this sinks everything you've done prior to.
Everything that you've been working for.
Yeah, and she said that in interviews, that was the concern, I think, for some of the people on her team. Like,
so if we talking risk, this might not be the same risk that the question was set up for. Yeah. But you're talking about a career risk in a sense, where I don't think this would have been a career risk for Michael at all. So if I'm gonna tip my hat to Halle in any category, it will be this one, because that was a hell of a fucking risk.
Yeah,
I still think the movie was shit.
Yeah,
I don't like the movie. I don't like what it was written, how it was written, what it was, nothing. But I still respect her within that, that craft and the community and all of that. But that's a hell of a risk, because if that bombs like you're done. So she really did swing for the fences. She did win, however that fucking came about, but she did. So, and in a sense of the biggest risk taker here, I'm gonna tip my hat to Ms. Berry.
Career risk.
Yeah,
Halle Berry.
You know what?
I see what you did there. I like that. I like that. Because I mean, if we're talking career wise, this does. Final curtain.
It's over.
Final curtain. It's over. You can't. If white Hollywood doesn't accept it, you can't.
You can't come back home. You can't come back home.
You like what? Nah. You stay over there. Yeah. But with Michael B, I don't. They're. I mean, the risk was playing twins and differentiating.
And then people are going to say, "Oh, it was the same character twice," so there was some risk there. But he would have been given another shot to play.
And plus, you got a Ryan Coogler in your corner, so it's
he's
like
going to put you in the next project.
He's putting you in the next
exactly.
project. Yeah.
They'd have did another Creed, and all would have been forgiven.
Yep.
So
damn, Lloyd, you made a very valid point.
All right.
So
Halle, you got one.
Wait, she did not get swept.
She didn't get
swept. You got one. All right, before we go to the final verdict, I remember the question that I wanted to ask before we got into all of these categories, and it was around the whole Denzel of it all, because you mentioned that, Denzel and his Alonzo performance is still quoted, and it's still very relevant to the culture.
Right.
So these two won on the same night. It was an historic night. Denzel became the second black actor to win lead, and Halle became the first, and that night became the first and only time two black leads took home Oscars. And, I mean, there was a lot of headlines about it. I believe Jadakiss had a lyric in one of his songs, about Denzel going crooked before he took it. Halle, I don't know what the Halle line was, but,
that was in Y.
Yeah,
that's in Y.
Do you guys think that Denzel got the backlash he got, the initial backlash he got, because his win was paired with Halle Berry? Do you think that he would have gotten that reaction if he would have just won by himself that night? And say, one of the white actresses won? Do you think it would have been all this talk about, oh, Denzel had to go crooked before he won the Oscar, blah, 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 blah? Or do you think it was heightened because of them being their roles being paired together and winning on the same night?
I think it was, and rightfully so, I think it was because we've seen his body of work prior to, and he could have won for a multitude of performances. and this is the one y'all gave him. So I don't necessarily feel like it was even Denzel that really got the backlash, and if he did, it was undeserved. It should have been the Academy that got the backlash if it wasn't them who got it.
Well, yeah, that's what
you know what I mean, because
the talk, yeah,
they, this is what y'all decided to award him for, which was intentional, right? Like we all have a very good understanding of why they picked the ones that they gave him awards for. Not to say that their performances, minus Holly's, wasn't worthy of that award for the work they did on screen, but we know why they gave him that. So I think that backlash would have been there even if he got that by himself, because he could have. This is what you view him and us as, because he won for us, right? Like obviously he takes the statue home, but he was a representation of Black actors, Black culture, and this is what you say was a masterpiece. This is what you say was award worthy, because this is how you view us. So yes, it deserved all the pushback and backlash it got from that perspective. The work Denzel did was award worthy, and he should have been awarded, but he should have also been awarded prior to. Now, had he been awarded prior to that win, it wouldn't have been no issue.
That part. That's where I stand. Yeah. I don't think that Denzel should not have won for Training Day, because that Alonzo performance is one of my all-time favorites.
It's top tier.
I think he also should have won for Malcolm X and Hurricane.
You know what I'm saying? So if had he won for those, then there would have been no need for the backlash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like for a younger generation, he's our Sydney, right? So we're used to the clean cut, straightforward roles, and then to go this way and win. But like, both of you said, like he did deserve to win for that role, but there was other roles that he should have won for. But just him being that person for us, where it's like, we don't got to do that, and we still make great films. He just showed that he can still make a great film doing that.
He can do it all. All right.
100%.
So we're heading into our final verdict. We have 6-1 in favor of Michael B. Jordan in the categories. Final verdict, gentlemen. Who is your winner? Michael B. Jordan in Sinners or Halle Berry in Monsters Ball?
It's Michael B. Jordan, man.
Yeah. Michael B. Jordan moves on to the championship.
That's crazy.
All right. That's it. Michael B. Jordan advances to the championship round, where he'll face off against either Denzel Washington for Training Day or Jamie Foxx for Ray. Please like, share, and subscribe, and join us next time where we duke it out with Denzel and Jamie and see who's going to meet Michael B. in that championship round. And remember, movies are when dreams and magic meet reality. Peace.